Under the Federal Rules of Evidence, or FRE, hearsay evidence, which is an out-of-court statement that's offered to prove the truth of the matter asserted in the statement, is generally inadmissible. However, under Rule 8036 of the FRE, some business records are admissible as exceptions to the rule. In United States v. Foster, the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit considered whether a ledger used to record illegal drug sales was a business record, and therefore admissible as an exception to the hearsay rule. In the 1980s, Gregory Foster, Johnnie Gibson, Billy Jackson, and Ronald Wilson were involved in a conspiracy to sell and distribute heroin near San Diego, California. Subsequently, Foster, Gibson, Jackson, and Wilson were all arrested and charged in federal district court with possession of heroin with the intent to distribute. At trial, Minion Logan testified that she kept a ledger of some of her transactions with Gibson. Specifically, Logan testified that she recorded most of her large transactions in the ledger and that her regular practice was to write down how many balloons of heroin went out each day and how much money she received from sales. Further, she testified that she recorded the transactions at or near the time that they occurred. However, not all her transactions were recorded. Moreover, several pages were blank, and some pages contained unrelated entries. The government then sought to admit the ledger into evidence under the business records exception to the hearsay rule as proof of Gibson's guilt in connection to the conspiracy. Gibson's attorney objected, arguing that the ledger was inadmissible hearsay evidence. The court overruled the objection and admitted the evidence under the business records exception. Following trial, Gibson and others were convicted. They appealed their convictions to the United States Court of Appeals for the Ninth Circuit. After concluding that Logan's statements didn't fall under the co-conspirator exception to the hearsay rule under Rule 801d2e of the FRE, the court turned its attention to the admissibility of the ledger.